Some of us were just roommates with our ex-spouses. Some of us were great co-parents. Some maybe just business and convenient partners. But for many of us, our marriage was a time of being best friends, having a true life partner to navigate our journey in this world, somebody to have your back in tough times, and somebody to share the good times. You know, there's a saying, shared joy is double joy. Shared sorrow is half sorrow. No matter the level of the relationship you shared with your spouse, there is no doubt many of us have suffered real loneliness post-divorce, crushing loneliness as we find our way to being single and alone, not just in bed, not just in the kitchen table, not just traveling, but in decision making, life goals, partner navigation. It's hard, real hard to battle with loneliness. Being lonely can lead to some real dark places. And for those of you listening to this episode, just know, if you're thinking that just going and hanging out at church more or joining a small group or, God forbid, date Jesus, it's just not that simple. The kind of lonely I want to hit on first isn't just, oh, I need some new friends or something to keep me busy. It is, I am alone when I don't want to be. And it feels like all my options are all gone. This level of alone isn't fixed with a card night on Tuesdays or volunteering for the youth program at church. Although some of you listening might have filed for your divorce and you may have made absolutely the right decision. Maybe some of you listening, you're the sole responsibility for your divorce. Maybe you're somewhere in between. Still, that doesn't change the fact your shattering of your routines, your realities, the absence of your life partner is causing some real moments of pain. It's a loneliness that comes from the deep realities that everything you once knew is gone and it can't be restored. It's a mourning and a boredom that blends together. When the grip of loneliness takes hold, your mind can begin to wander down treacherous paths. Thoughts of a lifetime of solitude start to haunt you, fueled by a long list of perceived flaws that you constantly remind yourself of. You can find yourself trapped in a downward spiral of misery, unable to break free. I promise you that every person that goes through a divorce experiences gut-wrenching loneliness. In some cases, individuals may even encounter this loneliness while still in their marriages before the decision to even divorce. Some choose to ignore it or immerse themselves in activities like dating or affairs, seeking a distraction from the pain. Others use this loneliness as a fuel to anger towards their ex-spouse. Loneliness is a natural part of the healing process after divorce. Loneliness is intertwined with grief, as it involves bidding farewell to so much, including a sense of belonging that you'll wonder if you'll ever get to experience again. There are lonely triggers. There are reminders, sometimes painful, sometimes just general reminders that you are on your own. Now, you try to find comfort in the presence of your existing friends, those who you knew before the divorce. It's natural to seek such protection after such a significant life event. However, you may now find yourself facing a different challenge. While the pain persists, you no longer feel a sense of belonging with those friends. Instead, you sense a growing distance, a feeling of being different from them. You know that feeling of being alone in a group, right? Yeah, we may all be together, but you guys get to go home and snuggle. You guys get to go home and do life together. I'm going home yet alone again. The reason for the separation is that they're married. You're not. Your life and circumstances have changed, and you no longer fit as seamlessly as you once did. This isn't necessarily due to any action on their part, just rather a consequence of your transformed identity after divorce. If you like this content, then subscribe for even more resources, fun, laughter, and sound advice for Christians adventuring in unyoked living. Not just divorce recovery, but for brave men and women who are growing and going. and living a life on mission. Blessings.